Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to discuss a very intriguing topic, fraudulent misrepresentation under Singapore law. Now, what is fraudulent misrepresentation? In simple terms, it is when someone makes a false statement to another person, knowing that it is false, with the intention of making that person act on it. If the other person does act on it and suffers a loss, that is fraudulent misrepresentation. Imagine you're buying a used car. The car salesman tells you, this car has never been in an accident, and you trust him, and in reliance of that statement, and you are induced by that statement, you buy the car. Now, later you discover that the car has been in 3 accidents. The car salesman knew about this and lied to you to make the sale. In Singapore, if you are a victim of fraudulent misrepresentation, you can choose to either rescind the contract, which means you get to cancel it and get your money back, or you can sue for damages. Basically, the law aims to put you back in the position that you were in before the misrepresentation occurred. Here is another example. Suppose you are buying a piece of land, okay? The seller tells you that the land is zoned for residential use, but it is actually zoned for commercial use. You then buy the land based on this false representation. And you find out later that you cannot build your residential units or your dream home on it. This again is fraudulent misrepresentation. And just like the car example, you have legal recourse. You can cancel the deal or sue for any losses that you have suffered because of the false statement. As you can see, fraudulent misrepresentation is serious. But, sometimes people tell harmless lies too, like when someone says, I've only had 1 drink, and you know that they have more than 1 drink. But remember, not all lies are created equal. If your lie leads to someone losing money or property, that's when the law steps in. Now, let's dive deeper into the legal framework. In Singapore, in addition to damages that can be awarded under common law, fraudulent misrepresentation is also covered under the Misrepresentation Act. The Misrepresentation Act provides remedies for misrepresentations made in contracts, including fraudulent misrepresentation. So under the Misrepresentation Act, if you have been misled into entering into a contract by a fraudulent, innocent or negligent misrepresentation, you have the right to rescind the contract. As I said earlier, this means that you get to cancel it and restore yourself back to the original position. Additionally, you can also claim damages for any loss suffered. Now, here are some key provisions of the Misrepresentation Act. Section 2(1) allows for damages to be awarded instead of rescission. That means instead of cancelling the contract, you get damages instead if the representation has led to a loss. Section 2(2) of the Misrepresentation Act. This section enables the court to award damages even if the contract is not rescinded to ensure fair compensation. So let's consider another example to illustrate this. Suppose an entrepreneur falsely claims that their mobile phone app has 1 million active users in order to attract investors. And if an investor relies on this false information and invests a significant amount of money into this app, millions and millions of dollars, and later it turns out that the app only has a few thousand users, the investor can seek recourse under the Misrepresentation Act for fraudulent misrepresentation. So, how can you protect yourself from fraudulent misrepresentation? Here are a few tips. Number 1, always ask for written statements or guarantees. There is no such thing as based on trust. There is no such thing as trust. Number 2, do your own research and due diligence. Number 3, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Number 4, consult a lawyer if you're unsure about any claims being made. Sometimes I'm a bit confused about, human behavior, They are willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy something, millions of dollars to invest in a company, but they are not even willing to spend a few $100s, maybe $1,000 or $2,000 to get legal advice, to look through the documentation to ensure that proper contracts are drafted. So after seeing so many of these nonsense, what I feel is that, the saying is true, you make your bed, you lie in it. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching.